Hi there. I thought I'd do a quick video on my experiences with FT8 to date. Some of you know I've employed my Elad FDM Duo, which is a QRP transceiver, 5 watts maximum output power, and I'm using it with an SEX80 vertical broadband antenna. That's it, bolt it to the side of my house via an MFJ949E ATU, and my signal is getting out there. But what I've discovered with 5 watts of TX power, there's a big difference between the signals that I can decode and my signal being decoded versus actually completing a QSO. And so in support of that, I've got some maps from PSK Reporter. So this is typical. This is my 5 watt signal on 40 and 20 meters. And as you can see, on 20 meters, it's basically all over Europe into Ukraine, European Russia, several decodes in North America, the East Coast, and then on 40 meters, a single decode in North America, but most of Europe covered. Slightly less typical is this map, where on mostly 40 meters, I was actually decoded in southern Brazil, decoded in North America, and then all over Europe. And so that's where my signal's getting to, but that's very different to actually completing QSOs. So far, I've QSO'd as far north as the Orkneys, as far south as southern Italy, east to Moscow, and west to Madeira. And that's a big difference when you compare to what I can decode and where I've been decoded. In fact, here's another map from a couple of mornings ago, and I was actually decoded in Australia, as you can see there. So a big difference, basically. So I thought I would share that with you. Basically what I need is an intermediate license with more power, which will get me 50 watts, although I think probably for FT8, 25-30 watts is probably the maximum that you would need. And I need a transceiver that's going to deliver that as well. So that's what I'm looking at next. But for now, with an M6 license and the maximum available power to me of 10 watts, FT8, it's an interesting pastime. 10 watts doesn't get you very far on Vox. So although I've made 40 odd QSOs with the ICOM IC756, for now, FT8 is keeping my attention, but in parallel with obviously DXing, because I'm never going to give that up. But you can achieve a lot more with these digital narrowband modes, obviously, than you can making voice calls. And I think it's brilliant, really, and it's interesting just to get in from work, switch the Elad on, boot the computer up, just start transmitting a CQ call, and then opening PSK Reporter and looking at the map and waiting for my signal to appear on the map of the world. So I'm enjoying it, but basically need more power. So they say that you can work the world with a few watts, even with milliwatts, and maybe you can, but in my experience over the past week or two, I can definitely be heard using a digital modes far and wide, as far as Australia, on 5 watts. But actually completing QSO is much more difficult. I've started QSOs that two with operators in North America, but they both fell apart before we managed to complete them. So I'm sure it's possible, but it's going to take a bit more time and a bit more work. But for those of you with an M6 license, or just with an interest in doing something other than voice calls, I definitely recommend trying FT8. It's an interesting pastime. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching.